So, what I want everyone to do is grab a pen and a piece of paper. I'll give you a little bit of time to go and find one. The reason I'm asking everyone to do that is because after you've done the meditation, there's going to be, things that you need to write down for your own. This is for your own journey, your own benefit. Right. Okay. A couple of things are really what I really want to discuss with you. So obviously today is going to be a trip to go and see Ashtar Command ship, and we're going to take you there. So what we're going to do is raise your vibration within this group, and then we're going to take you to the ship. So a couple of things of what we expect from you. Okay. So the first thing is what you see is what you see. Okay. So I don't want you to doubt it. I don't want you to question it. What you see is what you see. It's fine. And if you don't see anything and you don't go there, that's fine also, because you can come back to this video and go over the meditation as many times as you want till you get there. Okay. So don't stress. Okay. It's really, really important. The other thing I want you guys to remember is there's no right or wrong. Okay. So there is no right way. There is no wrong way. Okay. There's no judgment here. So just continue to have your experience. It's really important. One of the other things I want you guys to consider is own your experience. Yeah, because this is your experience. The purpose of these expansion series is to actually expand your imagination and expand your consciousness in turn to help you to kind of see things that you normally wouldn't normally see. Yes. So I think that's really important. Own your experience. No matter what you see, it's yours and yours alone and uniquely yours. Yes. So what I want you guys to do is own it. It's really important you own it. The other aspect of this, immerse yourself in the experience. So while you're with us, you're with, Deb, Rick, Carol, and me. You're surrounded by very high vibrational beings. So we're going to be able to hold you in that particular safe space. Okay. So own your experience, immerse yourself in this experience. It's not very often we come here and do this, especially me. I've not been here for 5 years and I've been asked to come back and do a little bit of this with you guys. Okay. So, please immerse yourself in this experience. It's a one-time thing, right? So it's cool. What I want you to do also is ask questions with your heart. Okay. Your heart has brain kind of technology. Yeah. I want you to ask questions with your heart, not with your brain. The brain is easily distracted. Very easily. So when you're asking questions, ask with your heart. Okay. That's where I want you to come from today. Okay. I think that's really important. Everyone's got a notepad and pen. So if you've not got a notepad and pen, please go and get one. I think it's really important after we've done the meditation that you guys write down your own experience and own whatever you saw. Even if it sounds like, wow, this is crazy, or this doesn't make sense and my brain doesn't understand it. It's fine. Just write it down. Write everything down. Yeah. Now it's up to you how you do this, whether you want to write it down as we're going along in the meditation, because that's how you prefer, or whether you want to write it down right at the end. It's your preference. Yeah. This is your journey. It's not our journey. Our job is just to guide you there. Yeah. And obviously your microphones are going to be muted for this experience. Yeah. So the purpose for this is because we don't want any interference with the actual guided meditation. It's really important that we have that for you guys. So you've got this space. Yeah. So those are the things I need to tell you. So what I want you guys to know, this is the process we're going to go through. So first of all, it'll be me connecting each and every one of you. So we'll be connecting heart to heart. I'm going to raise your vibration, so it allows you to open up and see. So between Deb, Rick, Carol, and we're going to raise your vibrational frequency. So you're going to feel a little bit kind of hot. You're going to feel a little bit flushed. You're going to feel a little bit like woozy. Yeah, that's all kind of really, really normal. So that will be the beginning. The first part of it is Carol. She's going to guide you to the ship's botanical gardens. That's where you're going first. Okay. And she's going to explain that experience for you in your mind's eye. What you see is what you see. Yes. The second part of it, Carol will hand over to Deb. Deb will do the starlight viewing room. So what the starlight viewing room is actually seeing, this the spaceship, looking out the window, seeing the actual spaceship itself out into the stars from the spaceship is a pretty spectacular view, for sure. Deb will also guide you to the engine room, because I think it's really important you guys feel the vibration of the ship, because it's very special Ashtar Command ship. There's a certain frequency to it that you guys will feel. So I want you guys to experience the hum of that ship, what that feels like in your own being, and everyone's experience will be different. The fourth part of it is where Carol will guide you to the cruise lounge. So the cruise lounge is going to be where you're going to meet other beings, that work on the ship, that are part of this crew. And that's going to be a lovely experience for you. So Carol's going to guide you through that experience. And then the last part of it, the last one will be me. I'll take over from there and introduce you to Ashtar Command himself. And you're all going to have one-to-one time with him. So you're all going to have that experience of being with him, talking to him, discussing him. Now, the rules are the same. What you feel is what you feel. If you have felt you have known Ashtar Command from a previous life, or you know him personally, you have a connection to him, then I really want you to own it. I really don't want you to deny that particular experience. Again, the rules are the same. Like what you see and what you feel, I want you to own it. Really, really important. So that'll be the actual meditation itself. And then what we're all going to do, Debrick, I, and Carol, we're going to give you about 15 minutes after the meditation. When you've been introduced to Ashtar Command, Deb will bring you back to Earth, so, and ground you, because having that experience is going to make you feel very lightheaded, very flush. You're going to be full of energy. We need to bring you back down to Earth, because you are human beings and you need to be grounded to Gaia. It's great to have the experience and be out there and raise your vibrational frequency, but it's also important to be brought down to Earth, because you're human and you're having a human experience. We just want to take you away from that experience for this little bit of time we've got with you. When you're back down, we're going to give you 15 minutes-ish to write down your experience. Please write everything down. So if you guys haven't got a pen and piece of paper, now would be the time to go and get it. I want you to write everything down. Everything. Just own your experience. Okay, it's really important. So it will be things like, what did you see? What did you feel? That's really important. With your heart. Okay, what did you feel? What conversations did you have? Write those down. Really important. Once we've given you a little bit of time to do that, then also we're going to give you time to, we're going to have the share circle, which is for you guys to share your experience. So one by one, if you can just put in the chat you'd like to share. You don't have to share, it's not compulsory. It's just for those of you that want to, you can. Those of you don't, you don't have to. It's your experience. It's all cool. You don't necessarily have to be part of that share circle if you don't want to. That's fine. So please, just if you want to share it, and if you don't, that's fine too. And what we're going to do is, for those of you here, we'll give you 5-10 minutes to kind of share what your experience was, and that is the one of many. The reason we've created the expansion series is because in this current spiritual space, what I'm seeing is there's lots of people here which are needed, with just to heal you, to heal the trauma, to heal the difficulties you're having, to heal your human experience, and that's great. I think we all need a little bit of that. But the one thing that I'm very keen on is that you guys have the power. The problem is you're not owning it. So with the expansion series, what we're going to do is expand you so you can own a bit more of that, and I think today many of you are going to be very surprised at what you're going to see, what you're going to feel, how you're going to experience. Really important part of what we're doing, because I think there is lots of people out here, wanting healing, or wanting someone to come in and, I won't say save them, but to heal, to deal with all the difficulties they're having in their human experience. I am a firm belief, as are, angels in heaven, we all believe that you have the power already. I just want you to own it. So the whole thing with this particular experience is for you to expand that, expand your understanding of you, expand your soul, expand your awareness to help you to own a bit more. So then so you can heal yourself. You can have these experiences without being guided by us. You can do this. Like, you have the soul within you. It was created within you. I just think it's really important that we do this. And obviously we have, the expansion series, there's going to be a lot more of them. We're going to do the tree planet, we're going to do, time with Yeshua, we're going to do the Turin family, we're going to do the med bed experience for those who want healing. You have your own unique med bed. Did you know that? Okay, well, you know now. Yeah. To have that experience. So anytime you're feeling like, oh, I don't feel good today, or I need just to top up, rather than going to see your Reiki healer, go and do your med bed meditation and have that experience, heal yourself, use it as many times as you want, because it's there, it's accessible. You don't necessarily have to book in to see another person. You can actually have the healing done already. So it'll be things like that. Akashic records as well. Now, some of you may have blocked it and said, well, I don't want to know, like I have done. I don't want to know, but some of you will be really interested in your Akashic records. Like, what was your mission? What was your purpose? Why are you here? And you'll be able to open up your own record and have a look. Yeah. As I've stated previously in, some of these sessions, is the Akashic records was created by Metatron. And it was created because of his love for humanity, for each and every one of you, because he wanted you to have a journal of every thought, every feeling, every action you've ever taken in your existence since you became into being. Yes. And the reason for this is sometimes we cannot hold all the information in this body, in this brain. You would explode. So the Akashic records is where everything is held. So if you really want to know about what you're doing here, what your purpose is, the Akashic records is something to be definitely tapping into when we do that particular guided meditation. Heaven's always a close place for me. I love heaven. It's my favorite place to go. So I think having a little bit of time there, we're not bringing any religious undertones to this. For me, heaven's very different to what's been described by Christianity. Yeshua is real, God's real, all these things, angels are real for sure, but for me it's different. So I'll be taking you to heaven, and for you to have your own experience of what that feels like. What do you see? What do you feel? Who you're going to see? You can't stay there, you are coming back. Palladians as well, really important part of our particular experience here. Mantid beings as well, they are amazing healers, amazing doctors. Really good for you to have that particular experience with them, to kind of experience what that's about. And I suppose this one is probably a little bit controversial, to meet the reptilians as well. So I know there's a lot of kind of fear around that, but actually, in order for you to be on planet Earth, your training would have been in the reptilian world. Now, I'm sure many of you will be like, no, I don't know about that, I'm not sure, which is understandable, but the reality is, it's true. That's where your training ground was. That's where you began. And the reason you guys did this is so you could be here on planet Earth. And so when you've got a reptilian that's manipulating you or draining you of your energy or trying to control you or incite anger from you or aggression from you, you'll instantly know what that's about. Yeah, you instantly know that that's where it's coming from. Yeah, really important. So it's important to meet them. And it's a very interesting planet for sure. Very interesting planet. Meet your dragon. I think that's really important. The dragons kind of stepped away from our reality, especially the human reality, a long time ago. And then over the last, I don't know, I think me and Carol got in touch with them probably about 10-15 years ago, probably a bit longer, and connected and brought them back into the human consciousness again. And they've agreed to kind of be a part of the experience because the vibrational frequency is higher than it has been for the last 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. So they are back here. So really important to meet your dragon as well. Everyone has one for sure. Gaia as well, a really important part to connecting to Gaia. I think that's another part of what we're about, understanding her purpose, understanding what's going on with her, connecting with her. There is the tree of knowledge in Gaia. It exists. Every planet has one. Sometimes it's on the surface of the planet. Sometimes it's actually in the planet itself. With Gaia, with our Gaia here, it's actually in the planet. So, having connection to that. That's it. That's what we're going to do today. I'm very excited to do that. So I'm going to start. Let's get ready. So I want you to guys get comfortable, lie back, lie down, however it is you want to kind of get comfortable and, just in a form of meditative state. Relaxation is really important. So please kind of take your time and do that right now. And I'm just going to guide you a little bit through it. Okay. You just take a really deep breath. Okay. Your first breath, take a really deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And on this breath, I want you to just let everything go. Everything you're feeling. Everything you've experienced this week. I just want you to just let it all go. Let it all just fall away from your body. Let it fall away from your being. I want you to take 7 more deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And with each breath, just let go. You don't need to hold on to anything. You're here with me, Deb, Rick, and Carol, and we're going to guide you through this lovely experience. All your worries, all your stress is now ebbing away from you. Good. With each breath you are feeling deeper. You feel yourself sinking into your chair deeper and deeper. And with every breath you feel you're sinking further and further into your chair. Good. Just let everything go. There's nothing for you to hold on to today. Just let it go. Good. And what I want you to do with each breath is just allow yourself to know that you're safe. Allow yourself to know that during this meditation, no harm can come to you. Our vibrational frequency is protecting you, and you're in our bubble. And what I want you to do is just allow yourself to feel what it is you need to feel today. Allow yourself to be with us here, now, in this moment. Good. Your thoughts will come and go. You don't need to focus on any particular thought. Just let them whiz by like clouds. Don't need to focus on any thought. If you feel yourself focusing on a particular thought, bring your attention back to your breath. Breath in, breath out. Focus on the air coming into your lungs, and focus on the air exhaling your lungs. Good. Right now, you're safe. Right now, we're going to take you to Ashtar command ship. I want you to open up your heart, and I'm going to connect with each and every one of you, as well as Carol, as well as Deb. We're going to connect with you all, and you'll feel a warm, glowing sensation in your heart that will start to spread throughout your body. It feels warm, it feels lovely, it feels like a big cuddle. Good. Allow yourself to receive it. Allow yourself to be here with me right now. Good. Let go. There's nothing for you to hold on to. Be here with us now. Okay. Connecting with each and every one of you. Wonderful. Okay. Right, let's go. I'm going to take you all up. We're going to go and leave the atmosphere of Earth. We're going to head into space, and Ashtar command ship is there waiting for us above Earth. This is something that was planned weeks ago. I connected with him this morning. He is excited to see us all. But before we meet him, the first part of the ship you're going to see will be the botanical gardens. So let us go. We're leaving the atmosphere now. We're out in space. You can see the beautiful stars and the planets around us, and right in ahead of you, right in front of you, you can see this beautiful silver ship. It looks like an arrow. And I want you to start heading towards it. We're all together. I'm with you. Good. You are going to go through the hull of the ship. And the first part you're going to see is the botanical gardens. Good. I want you to look high above you. You'll see like a massive glass ceiling. And it looks like sunlight coming through this glass ceiling. And around you, you're going to see all these lovely, luscious plants. I'm going to hand you over now to Carol, who's going to guide you through the botanical gardens.
As we enter the gardens, I want everyone to be aware of the different muted colors around the gardens. Feel free to go farther in, noticing that some of the areas are very muted, very soft colors. Others have brighter colors, yellows, whites. Feel free to walk through. You might see an attendant or two misting or toning to the plants. As you walk in, be aware that there is an area where plants are actually toning, some humming, some singing. Another area where the attendants are singing and humming to the plants. Allow yourself to wander wherever you feel called. They're all different sizes, different colors, different textures. They are all friendly. They are all made for species interaction. You might notice some lean towards you as you go by them. Feel free to stop, to put your hand out. See if they lean towards your hand. And as you're walking or stopping and interacting with a plant, feel how the air is very softly moving. Feel that air on your face, on your hands. Feel free to touch a plant, to see the different plants. Walk in the different areas. There's going to be some areas that have very lush, soft grass, very welcoming. There's going to be some areas that feel like there's a very muted orchestra coming from the plants. Feel free to go in there. There's going to be another one, like I said, there'll be attendants that are humming and singing to the plants. Feel free to walk into this area if you're drawn and sing or hum to the plants. These are all plants that are used to mingling, interacting. You might feel a plant gently touch your consciousness with a very soft high. You might feel different plants welcome you. These plants are used to communicating with humans. So if you feel a nudge, if you feel plants talking to you, if you feel the plants vibrating to you, and it feels comfortable, go ahead and open your heart, open your senses. Feel the way the plants talk to you, the way the plants interact with you, the different lights, the different softness. Feel free to go into like a bright white sun room, a dusk room where all the plants give off different vibes or different lights. And allow yourself to see the attendants as different species. Maybe very small flying ones in the twilight room, very delicate ones, very angelic ones. There are many species that take care of the plants, and they welcome you. And they welcome your questions, they welcome your interactions. But the main reason you're here is for you to be aware of the plants, be open to the plants. There are some plants that are specifically for healing. If you want to go in that direction and be in the room where the healing plants surround you with the vibrational healing, and you just are in there and just feel the plants vibrate love, vibrate compassion. Just feel the love that comes off the plants. These plants are made to interact, to love, to give breath, to share. So while you're in this room, feel free to walk around, to touch, to talk, to experience. And when you're interacting with the plants, know that the plants are telling you, you have this capability outside of the ship. You can communicate. You can talk. You can sing to the plants on Earth. In fact, they want you to. They want you to learn the feeling, the sound, the humming, the love that they give to you, so that when you do leave this ship and you go back to Earth, you're a little more open, the vibration of loving, singing, giving, healing. And when you're ready, taking your time, you can head toward the front of the room, and the door will open whenever you're ready, and head out. And Deb will be taking you to the next part. Go ahead, Deb. Deb, I think you're muted. Unmute yourself, Deb.
Sorry, the dog started barking. Yes, I'm going to take you to the Starlight Room. Join me. This room is unbelievable. You've never seen so many stars. As we enter, you'll see shooting stars. You'll see what people think are UFOs, which are ships flying by. And you'll see planets gazing. Look out. The wonders. There's billions, gazillions, trillions of stars. Close by, far away. How can you tell? You can't tell just with the naked eye. But they look close. The whole ceiling is open for you to just see it. The wall, the ceiling, the whole room is glass. It's just beautiful. Comets flying by. Meteors flying by. It's a show, 24/7. can see the birth of a star. Just sit here and be entertained by the absolute miracle of the universe. This room is very popular. It's a great room to meditate in. If you just want thankfulness, guidance, and especially if it's like a dream come true to be on the ship. It's amazing. You can all see these stars and ships. When you're done, we'll go to, I think it's the engine room next, is that correct? I will take
Yes.
you to the engine room. You're going to be surprised. I'm going to give you a few minutes because I don't know. I can see. I mean, I don't know what you can see, but I know what I can see in this room. It's stellar. A few more minutes. See if few of you are still enjoying it. Okay, sorry, Rhonda. I didn't think my voice was that soft. Next is the engine room. So if you follow me, I feel like I'm floating. I don't feel like I'm walking. I don't know about the rest of you, but it feels like we're floating. Okay, here's the doors opening. And if you all notice, there's no noise. It's really silent. Is it because there's no motors and the engine room is, well, there's not really engines like we would be used to. I'm not technical, but you'll see these propulsion things there, but they fly on different types of energy, certainly not gasoline or batteries or lithium or anything like that. Yes. I'm trying to let them give me the information. It's not. It's more like the energy that we would use to, when our vibration is 6, 7, 8, and we can change ourselves. We don't have to have a human body. We can change ourselves to go across the universe. It's the same type of thing. So I guess it's just your vibration. They don't need fuel. But when they lower their vibration, they have to have some kind of energy. They're telling me to come into our universe. So I think they have to have, whether it's some kind of sunlight or light energy. I don't understand it. I'm not technical, but it's not something that we would use on Earth. And I'm probably messing this up, so. It's showing me these canisters, but they're not filled with anything that would harm anything. It's more like a liquid, he called it liquid sunshine. But they only have to use it when they're in our area. If that makes any sense. Like lower area. I don't know what liquid sunshine is. That's something I'm gonna write down though. But it's pretty interesting. It's immaculate. I mean, it's squeaky clean. There's no pollution from the ships. Not like Elon Musk's ships. There's pretty much pollution from our rockets and our airplanes. So, but there's no pollution. There's nothing that's damaged from them. And there's no noise. No noise at all. Now I'm going to lead you to Metatron. No? What's next? Do I have the wrong key?
Carol's going to guide you to the cruise now.
Carol, you're up. Carol, you're muted. You're on mute too, Carol. I didn't mute you. Do I have to unmute? Okay. There.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
I'm gonna mute
So
you.
we're having human conditions on the spiritual trip. So we're going to go ahead and start heading toward where the Galactic Lounge is. And this is my favorite place because it's where everybody from all the species heads out. If you've ever seen any spaceship movie where it's a very large room and everyone's, talking and very animated, and some people are in a corner talking softly, but there's like every species you could imagine there, interacting, talking, and they were already let know that we were coming. So as you walk in the door, people nod, some people wave, and it's such a cool place to go because you can go over one side and there's music playing if you want to head over there. enormous. You can keep walking back, and there's people with, different intergalactic games that look really complicated, but they're like, it's simple. It's simple. There's so many types of species. And the thing is, because they all are on the spaceship together and they all work together, there's an enormous amount of teamwork and unity and cohesion. So as you go from table to table, you could see regular humans, or let's just say even hybrid humans that look humans and then a little more. All your favorite Star Wars galactics are there, because the legends are based in reality. So anything you've thought about, any species that you think is cool, they're all there, hanging out, interacting, talking, and they are expecting you to interact with them, to talk to them. I personally like going back where they've got the music, because the instruments are nothing like we've seen. And people just feel free to pick up an instrument and play with it, or experiment with it, or make sounds if that's what you want. Or you can go to different places where people are just toning and singing, some off key, some on key. Nobody cares. They're all on the spaceship together. There's so many different areas to this bar. I kind of like where they have the different arcades, because so many species like to interact, and some are very competitive and some are very laid back. If you want, there's a little area where you can see they make the drinks. There's smoke coming out. There's fire coming out. You can pay attention to some of the not want to say music, but it's a different frequency. And as you walk to different parts of the bar, to different groups, to different species, every species has its little vibration, its little tone. It's the way it likes to be joyous, the way they like to play music. And they're very welcoming. They're really glad that you're here. They don't get a chance to talk to Earthlings that are what we call them, are off shippers. They have their own world. So we will call somebody off-worlders. They call us off shippers because we're just visiting. But feel free to just see what the floor looks like. What does the floor look like to you? What does the ceiling look like? What do the different parts of the ceiling look like? When you go by where the window, can you feel the ship singing to you? Feel free to put your hand on the wall and feel the way the ship is vibrating, the way the ship is actually alive under your hand. This ship cares, loves, and supports for all of its passengers. And so when you touch the side, you can feel this nurturing, this care, this sentient ship that literally cares for everyone there. And as you tune into this, you can feel how, even though everyone's little pieces of the puzzle, they're all working together. And people are encouraging you to know that even though you are a piece of the puzzle, you fit together intergalactically. You fit together with them galactically. Even though you may not have seen every species before, they accept you. They accept you for who you are, for what you bring, for the light you carry. You are completely accepted in this room. And you are completely loved. They are very glad to see you. Feel free to walk around, and Nilesh will be taking you back up to see the Starfleet Command, so you'll be able to have a few words with him, and Nilesh will be coming in. Go ahead and take over, Nilesh.
Okay, everyone. So let me bring you back a little bit. I want you to just listen to my voice. And I want you to take a couple of really deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good. Deeper in through your nose and out through your mouth. Wonderful. And I just want you to be here, present, here and now, on Ashtar Command's spaceship. Good. I want you to follow my voice. We're going to head out of the cruise lounge. You'll see big doors, just like Starship Enterprise, that opens to the side, and I want you to walk through into the corridor. I want everyone to follow me into this corridor. Good. Let's take a moment. Let's just take a breath. Everything you've experienced so far. Good. Everyone's here. Wonderful. I want you to take a couple more deep breaths and take in the energy of the ship. Allow it to meld with your being. Allow yourself to be one. What are you feeling right now? What are you seeing right now? How does it make you feel? Good. Okay, I want you to follow me. We're going to walk along this corridor, and I'm going to take you to the command center. This is where all of you are going to meet Ashtar Command. He is expecting all of you. Good. We come to a big door. Just for a minute, stand here with me outside of this door, because beyond this door is where Ashtar Command is and the operational crew. What I want each and every one of you to do is take a big, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. This is a very, very special moment indeed. Something you've been waiting for a while. A moment to remember, a moment to cherish. Okay, let's go in. Everyone, this is Ashtar Command. This is your moment, your own particular special moment, right here, right now. Ask him anything you want to ask him, and listen closely to what he's got to say to you. I'm going to give you a few minutes to converse with Ashtar Command before I call you back. Take your moment. How does Ashtar Command look to you? What does his energy feel like to you? You have questions. Ask your questions. Have a conversation. Ask him anything you want to ask him. This is your time. Take a moment to have a look at the command center. What does it look like to you? Who do you see? What do the beings look like to you? They've all been expecting you. They too have been waiting for this moment. I want you to take it all in. I want you to remember every detail. Okay, everyone, it's time. What I want you to do is show your love and gratitude to Ashtar for his hospitality. Show it with your heart. That's his favorite thing. Take a moment. Look around the command control center. Take it all in. Okay, I want everyone to follow me out into the corridor. Good. I want you all to be here in this moment now, and we're going to return to planet Earth, where Deb is going to ground you. So, I want you to bring yourself with me from the hull of the spaceship out into space. Good. You can see all the beautiful stars in the distance. You can feel the wonder of space around you. You feel like you're floating in space. We're all together. And I want you to follow me down, back to this beautiful blue marble that we call Earth. We're now heading back to Earth. You can feel yourself entering Earth's atmosphere. You can feel the air in your lungs, and you are now back in your chair, in your home. Good. And I want you to be back here on Earth with me now. Good. You are back now in your body. We're not quite done yet. We need to ground you. So I'm going to hand you over to Deb. And Deb is going to ground you.
Picture. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then when you blow it out, I want you to picture the air coming out your feet. And I want you to picture roots coming out your feet, going into the ground, and finding a crystal under your feet and attaching to a crystal. And I want you to picture white light coming through your crown, going up to the central sun. Take another deep breath in through your nose, blow it out through your mouth slowly. To that white light coming from the central sun and the crystal energy meeting together in your heart, like shaking hands, that energy. Coming up from the earth, from Gaia, from the central sun. Another deep breath. Grounded. Nice and warm and fuzzy now. You're grounded. You're really grounded. Welcome back. Jackie, are you awake?
Great. Everyone's back. Come back to here and now. Wonderful. Everyone's here. Good. Okay. So what I want you guys to do now is we're going to give you a little bit of time to write down everything you experienced. Don't be so judgmental about what you see and what you don't see. Just write it all down. This is all for you. It's not to do with us. It's to do with you. So write down your experiences. What did you see in your mind's eye? Describe it. Put it down on paper. Yeah? What did you feel when you were there? How did the botanical gardens make you feel? How did you feel when you saw the engine room? What did you feel when you saw Ashtar Command? Describe your experience. Write it all down. I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to write this stuff down, and then anyone who wants to share is welcome to share. We'll do that. Okay, how's everyone doing with writing things down? Have you got everything you need? Do you need a bit more time? Okay. Wonderful.
You guys can now unmute yourselves.
Anyone wanting to share, you're more than welcome to share. This is your share circle time to share experiences. You don't have to. It's just a personal choice. There's no obligation to share. Shall I start? Would that help?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I see Ashtar command, for me, he always looks the same. He's really tall and he has long blonde hair, just like he does in the Lord of the Rings. When you see all these elves, he very much looks like that. He's very big as well to me. He's very muscular, and he also has a very commanding presence to me, and that's how I see him. It's a commanding presence that he just exudes. It's his vibrational frequency. He just exudes this kind of, he fosters this kind of commanding presence, but it's also very trusting as well. It's like you feel like you can tell him your deepest, darkest secrets, and he'll just sit and, listen to what you've got to say. No judgment, no criticism, just hear you out, and I always see that. I've also been able to see Ashtar command during his, battle times, which is very interesting to see as well. Like there is just this incredible unison, this oneness between him and his command team. They just instantly know what to do without being told what to do. It's really interesting to see that when they're actually in the thick of it all. What you guys probably don't know is how difficult it has been for the battles that have been taking place in space right now. The reptilians have definitely tried to corner this universe, and they are definitely working very hard to ensure that Earth is not taken as well, which it won't be because we're all here. Yeah. The spaceship to me always looks really clean.
It
looks really clean. And always looks very pristine and always feels lovely. To me, there's this low vibrational frequency of a hum that I feel throughout the ship. So you can connect your consciousness, your soul with the ship and see what
But it's
that
not
feels
like an
like.
engine hum. It's like a vibration, like a high vibration. Like you get, I get
Yeah.
it. Like when a high vibrational being is near me, like you start
Yeah.
vibrating. That type
Yeah.
of hum. It's not like a
Correct.
engine hum. There's no
No.
sound from an engine.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a frequency you feel.
Yes.
I agree. And so when you were talking, Deb, about these big canisters, I was like tapping into that. And it's basically, I was told it was storage.
Yeah.
Storage. What they're doing is harnessing the sun's energy, specifically our sun.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But
So they
couldn't explain it, and they said liquid light.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Sunshine.
So they take
liquid sunshine.
Good sunshine. Yeah. They take the sun's energy and harness it. I didn't ask what they use it for, because I'm sure there's many uses for it, but I didn't go as far as asking that, but that's what those canisters were. Yeah. It's so kind of lovely to kind of have the experience. So the whole purpose of this is really for you guys to go back and listen to the meditation again, and then have your own experience again and again. And each time you will discover something new, something different. And again, the whole purpose of this is to expand you as a being, expand your imagination. So if there are things that you didn't see today, that's okay. Yeah. It's okay you didn't see it today. There's no judgment. There's no criticism. Just go back and try again and try again.
Curious if they saw
again.
who I saw. I'm really curious.
Yeah. So it's really important that you don't judge yourself with what you did see and didn't see. If you did see things and you did experience things, great, own it. There's no right or wrong. Just because I've experienced something different to your experience, and same with Deb, or same with Rick, or same with Carol, doesn't mean yours is wrong. Okay? We all have our own unique experiences with our beings. So just own your experience, yeah?
Yeah, and I
would
say too, just to interject, if you don't want to talk and you just want to text how you felt, or you just want to text what the experience was to you, if you don't feel like verbally sharing, you would just say, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. You don't have to talk. You can just text something if you want.
Right.
And share it that way.
I'm happy to share something. The Botanic Gardens got me the most. The flowers, like the colours, were just such a range from these beautiful muted soft pastels to in another area of the room where the colours were like really strong and bold and vibrant, and the flowers were larger. And I heard the music that they were creating. And I sang with them, and honestly, I cried. I cried so much through the whole thing. The lounge room was really fascinating. I loved all the different beings that were there, and one of them came up to me and it's like wanted to befriend me. This was I would describe as an ant being, and we were talking, and actually, like in my physical presence here, began to speak in light language to it, and I recognised it. I thought I've communicated with you before, so I feel like we knew each other. And I don't know whether it was a familial connection somehow, but anyway, I felt we knew each other somehow. And Ashtar command, oh my God, I just sobbed. I absolutely sobbed. It was so strong and so beautiful. And his presence is just, wow. Oh my God. It's just hard to describe. I see him a little bit like you do, Nilesh, very tall with long white hair. I don't see him as being muscular. I see him as being very slim, but also well-toned, and sort of kind of like Nordic in appearance. But yeah, he was just, he was amazing. And the area where all the other like people on the command bridge or whatever you want to call it were, like some were standing, some were sitting. There were like a floating console kind of thing that they were operating, and other ones came down from above, and other ones were just like attached to the floor, and they're all different types of beings there, and they ranged from insectoids to human hybrids to actually a lot of the beings that you would see on Star Trek or Star Wars. A lot of them look like that. One of them was a blue being, and he had this respirator thing with these two little things that went under his nostril because he didn't breathe the same air as everybody else. He had to have this thingy with his kind of air. And I didn't get much in the engine room, though. That was probably the one space that kind of affected me the least. But the Botanic Gardens really got me in Ashtar. Wow, this is mind-blowing. So thank you very much for that experience, and I'd love to re-experience that again.
That's beautiful, Willow. Thanks so much for sharing. And isn't it fascinating that our brains kind of, form of image, and your image of Ashtar and my image of Ashtar, there's similarities, but there's differences. And there's no right or wrong, which is something I want you to pay attention to. Willow's version of it's right. My versions of it's right. There's no wrong with it. And it's wonderful that you were able to connect with Ashtar and have that experience with him. And they love this, the fact that they are here for us, and they know what's going on on planet Earth, and they want to connect with us and have that experience with us, and he's there like all the time. So it's wonderful. I love that. I love the fact that's amazing. Thanks so much.
Thank you for bringing that experience to us. Thank you.
It really helps to kind of expand more of your imagination and more of your knowing, because your imagination is already your knowing. Is sometimes there's this disconnect, and the brain kicks in and goes, oh, that isn't right, or this isn't right, or this is wrong, and that's not what it's meant to be. They're all judgments. You want to step away from that and just own what you saw. I think it's really important that you just own what you saw, and I love the fact you did, Willow. It's wonderful. How did Ashtar Command's energy feel to you? Describe it to me.
Oh, it's almost impossible to describe it. It was just so overwhelming. But it was just like this pure presence of just love. Like there was so much love. I think that's probably why I sobbed. I still want to cry now. I can still feel it. It was just so strong and so beautiful. So loving.
It's true. It is very, very loving. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's a lot of history behind Ashtar Command's upbringing, which I haven't really shared, and I'm probably never going to. But those who I know well have shared this with. But Ashtar Command is someone I used to know as a boy, and as time goes forward, it will be revealed where he does come from. Because he does come from a particular planet and a particular set of beings. And I'm sure if you ask him, he will tell you, and ask him the question, and ask him, like, where did he do his training, and it'll be very interesting. And once the human experience is over, there's still a massive role for him to play back on his home planet, because he won't be needed in the current capacity he's in right now. We will all change and we'll move forward. But yeah, it's beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Willow. It's amazing. I love it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I would like to share a few things.
Yes, please. Go for it.
So, by the way, this is Joseph.
Hey, Joseph.
And the reason why I wanted to show him is his profile is actually not unlike an alien that I met in the ship. So I just thought, well, I better point him out. Joseph's been with me for quite a while now, actually. Anyway, so the garden's spectacular. I'm actually developing that essence and feeling and vibration in my own life, growing plants that tell me to grow me, use me, put me in your tea mix, and feel the vibration. So when you run into someone who needs it, you can help them. So that's where I'm at with gardening. And so I really enjoyed walking in there, having plants beckon me over, just like they do here. and moving in certain ways. And I got the singing too. I definitely got the vibrational singing. But I sing. The only thing I, for some reason, didn't see were birds. So for me, the bird and the plant are really important right now in my life. So I don't know why they wouldn't have been there or if they were there, but birds and plants are a big part of my life right now. The starlight room, well, that's like grounding, which is so weird because you're out in the stars, but it's like you go in there and you're getting grounded, and so I really loved that. I love the feeling of being grounded, and I loved the idea that people go there to get grounded. So the engine room had a lot of interesting things. So there's a skin on the ship somewhere, and it's almost like a whale or shark skin, and you can actually feel it, and it's alive in the sense that it's being operated by consciousness. That was really interesting. So I was kind of got a little sidetracked, but the gravity on the ship is somehow related to raising and lowering the vibrations of where the ship goes. So the way gravity is created, which is a kind of artificial thing, except on Earth, but the way it was recreated or created has to do with how they move in and out of dimensions, is what I think. That's what I got. So when I was in the lounge, so I'm looking for certain beings. I'm looking for certain beings that have repetitively come into my life physically. Pleiadians. I have Pleiadians that I've actually, and the one that looks like Joseph from the profile, Syrian, I don't know. Anyway, so there's some beings that help me over and over, and also are, so I looked for them. I didn't find them, except for one. There's one, was a woman who was an engineer, sort of a counterpart of mine. And that was Arcturian. So that was very interesting. Arcturian pilot is what she is somehow, but I don't know. When I saw Ashtar, the first question I asked him, because there was such a pure intensity about the being, that I would say that I asked him if he was a supercomputer. And he laughed, or she or it laughed. Thought that was pretty clever, pretty funny. But I actually felt that it was almost like a programmed being. And I don't really know how to explain that. I'll go back. So, but I think that's pretty much what I got. First visit.
Well, you did really
It's very,
well. Yes.
yeah, it's very cool. And look, whatever if you feel that Shah is a programmed being, explore that. I want you to explore it. Go deeper. Ask more questions. Go deeper. Ask more questions, and keep asking questions till you get the answers that you're looking for. And isn't it fascinating what we see? It's like some of us will really connect, to certain parts of this particular experience, and there's other parts of it we just don't see, don't feel. And this is so important that I want everyone to grasp not those just here on this particular meditation, but also those who are going to be watching this at a later date, just own your experience and ask more questions. It's really important, because they'll answer you for sure. And Suze, you're absolutely right. The actual ship does have like a skin that's conscious, for sure. Yes, that's correct. That's right. A lot of people don't necessarily pick up on that, and the fact that you are picking up on it is wonderful. And again, explore a little bit deeper, go and meld with that consciousness, see what the consciousness will tell you, what it will give you, what information you will share, what information you can exchange, and have that experience. There's so much to be had in all of this, and again, you can go over and over and over, and each time you do it, you'll get something different, you'll get something new. I love that. Thanks, Suze, for sharing it. It's incredible. Yeah.
Did everybody see Jackie's? That's really good.
No.
That is fantastic, Jackie. Do you want to explain a bit more about what it is you experienced and felt?
What I experienced was nothing technical. It was just an envelope of love. The plants put out love. Come see us, come talk to us, come feel us, come know us. Let us heal you. Let us interact with you. Beautiful, just love, more love, love, and more love. Maybe that's what I need right now. Maybe that's what I need to learn to project and share with other people, with animals, plants. So it was not technical at all. It was just vibration of love. I've been to those stars. They're familiar. I've tumbled and swum. I've been swimming in them. I've tumbled and rolled in them and flown in them. They were beautiful. They were fun. And I'll return there. But my overriding takeaway is just love. Share it. Share it. Feel it. Let it be.
Highest frequency ever created, Jackie, is?
Say it again, please.
The highest frequency ever created is?
Love.
Correct.
Love.
You're experiencing it in its purest form. So rather than having the technical experience of like, how did the ship feel? How did the command center feel? How did the botanical gardens feel? You experience it in the emotional state, the frequency. When the highest frequency is love. That's where everything emanates from. Everything's created from that particular frequency. So it's beautiful. I love that. You went for the purity. I love that, Jackie. It's very, very cool.
3D Earth has been hitting pretty hard lately, so this was very, very welcome.
And it's wonderful to know that they will give this to us. It's like, sometimes we just don't understand how supported we really are here. And the whole part of this is to expand your consciousness, your soul, so you can experience this. This isn't just something that's a one-off. It's you can go back again and again and again as many times as you want. But I think sometimes we forget. I think sometimes we get so bogged down with our humanness and our 3D-ness and the things we've got to do, which we do. We have to go out and work, and we have to pay bills, and we have to cook and do food and look after our animals and look after our partners and our friends and our family. And sometimes we forget to do this, to have the experience, to understand that Ashtar Command and his team are there, and they've been there since the beginning, and they're there to support and have you there with them and have that experience with you. And it's a beautiful thing. And I love the fact that you went for the purest frequency there ever is, that ever will be, which is love. So I love that, Jackie. It's awesome. Is there anyone else that would like to share? Like I say, it's not an obligation. It's just something if you wanted to share, you can share. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So Anyone else?
Yeah, I'd like to chime in if I may. Well, thank you all first for doing this. I'm very appreciative and grateful. So when I got to the botanical gardens, I basically just asked if I could experience a plant not from Earth. And so I directly went to this plant, very simple, red, kind of a crescent moon with a shape in it. And it was lovely. And I asked if I could touch it, and it said yes. So I touched it, and it was wonderful. And then as I was walking by this, I don't know, just these kind of long grassy strands, I just kind of, like on a piano when you put your hand across it and goes, that's what it did. And then I went to the engine room, and I didn't get a whole lot from there, except I felt the pulse of the ship, like the aliveness of the ship. So that was pretty cool. And the lounge was very interesting. Reptilian that I spoke to, and just thanked them for being there and letting me be there. There was this other kind of I guess you could call it a tentacle being, like an octopus. And the interesting thing that I saw, it had a helmet on of water. So it could be in that thing, that area. And then finally, as I was going from the lounge to the, whatever it was, whatever we did prior to the command center, I was like an orb, a light being, and I just floated to the command center. But once I got into the command center, I turned into my Pleiadian self, quite tall, white. So as I met Commander Ashtar, I was actually looking down on him. And he was, I looked and Nordic, very Nordic, and a kind of a slight build. And then in there, I think I saw, what was it? Mantid. And walked over to the Mantid and, just, hey, how you doing? And I did ask Ashtar some questions, so I don't know if I, whatever, but I asked him if he was AI. He said no. I asked him if he was real. He said yes. And then I asked him what he, was he helping Mother Earth? He said yes. Was he helping us humans? He said yes. And I asked him how he was doing so. And he kind of explained to me telepathically that he was raising the frequency. He was helping to raise the frequency on the planet. And basically in the lounge and in the there on the command center, I just said, hey, I'm available. You can come get me anytime. I would love to cruise around with you all. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have another story to share. But that was it. That's what I got. Thank you guys for that.
That's incredible. Yeah, that's amazing. Look at you on the bloody changing forms, eh? As you're going in the ship. That's an incredible orb to a Palladian. I love that. And it's so wonderful, right? To kind of experience those aspects of yourself. So not only are you having the experience with the actual ship and Ashtar command, but you're also experiencing yourself in different forms.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful. Yeah. Just own that because that's who you are.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that is the wonder of your being, is the fact that you are many different things. And if during these particular experiences you are having experiences of yourself in a different form, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Just lets you know like how amazing and special and unique you all are. There's no like, oh, I'm just ordinary. No one here on planet Earth is ordinary. None of you are ordinary. So it's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. It's
Thank you.
incredible. It's wonderful. Anyone else?
Hey, I'm gonna chime in. It's funny that Rhonda came in before me because I was about to tease her that she was ready to go.
Hey, Zach, how you doing?
Hey guys, I miss you all. Well, my experience was a bit different. It got interrupted by 3D life in the middle of that, but I got to see a few of the flowers and such that definitely don't exist here. That was pretty neat. But the whole trip for me was kind of in black and white. It was very interesting. And for the few seconds that I got with Ashtar, gonna have to check in on this, but one of the main questions I asked was, who am I to you? And the response I got was pretty, would have been very interesting to see on the bridge. He said, you belong here, little brother. And then he kind of razzed me and put me kind of in, the brotherly headlock thing, along with the guy next to him. But it was a very brotherly feeling of love and friendship. And that was kind of the biggest thing for me there.
I love that. And it's so true with our experiences. When we come here, to become human for a short period of time, we forget everything. We have to, because if you remembered the entirety of your existence, your brain would explode. You couldn't handle it. You just wouldn't be able to cope with it. So having that kind of remembrance with him and having that time with him, I think you should explore that a bit more and find out a bit more about how do you know each other, where do you know each other from, and ask more questions for sure. It's great. And it's true, we all do know each other. It's just on planet Earth, we have this thing where we have to forget. It's an important part of like the existence here that we forget. But now we are stepping into a vibration where we're remembering not just our own, lineage in regards to, particular star systems and beings that we've been, some of us don't even belong in this particular universe. We're not even from here, and when some of us know this. So the fact that you have this connection with Ashtar is certainly worth exploring a bit more. Zach, can ask questions, go through the meditation again and ask a bit more. The fact that he's connecting with you in this way means you do have a previous connection with him for sure. And explore, find out a bit more. I'm sure it's going to be amazing and it'll unravel exactly how it needs to unravel. And I love the fact you just accepted it. There wasn't this like, oh, well, how can I possibly know Ashtar command? This doesn't feel right. And you didn't get into that kind of, that kind of like mindset of like, this can't be real, this can't be true, like this is not right, how can I know someone such an amazing, extraordinary being that's kind of very much imbued into our human consciousness, and we do know each other, in such a lovely family way, and I think the more that we explore this and the more we just allow and surrender to it, the more that you will be more accepting of your experiences as they come forward. And I think this is a tendency to happen to most human beings when they go through their spiritual, development, evolvement, understanding, remembering, is that sometimes we question things too much, and it's like, this can't be true, or this can't be real. It's not about whether something's real or not. It's about just stepping into that particular vibration, that particular experience, and owning it. Because as what you'll discover as you go along is that it will change. It'll change, and you'll be given more information. That it's a bit like what your guys are trying to do is just give you the carrot, and they want you to take a bite of it. But in order for you to take a bite, you've got to take a step forward. And sometimes they're going to tell you what you want to hear just to get you to move forward. And then they'll give you more information, and they'll expand and expand and expand. And you'll discover parts of yourself that you just think, oh, well, I don't kind of really relate to the first time I had my meditation or my experience. I'm no longer that being. I feel like I'm something else. I've morphed into something different, and the whole purpose of this is just to surrender and allow and just be open to it. So I love that, Zach. Please do more and let me know. I would be really interested to know. Sounds like fun. Is there anyone else? If there isn't, that's all cool.
Barbara, go ahead. You can unmute yourself.
I forgot to unmute myself. So I do that frequently. Okay, so every area felt sentient and welcoming and loving. And in the botanical gardens area, I asked for and received healing from the plants. It felt like they were spreading plasma energy through all systems of my body, the circulation, the muscles, the fascia, just everything. Everything felt affected. It was really wonderful. In the starlight viewing area, the unusual thing, well, for me, it felt unusual. One of the ships came over closer to the viewing area and pulsed its lights, kind of like it was saying hello, like, are you a family of mine? Hey, good to see you. So that was sweet. That was nice. I have to explore that more. In the engine room, I was surprised. I saw triangular shapes in the engine area. I don't know if they were the engine themselves, but they were part of the energy that was both powering the ship and maintaining the life support systems. Also felt so incredibly sentient. In the Galactic Lounge, I really just kind of wandered around. I don't know, I felt like I was on a tour or something. But I felt that some beings I recognized from other times, and they recognized me, and, were happy to say greeting or whatever. Ashtar specifically, I also saw him as a tall, slender, strong, regal, but not at all intimidating. He called me out on struggling with my self-doubt, which is something I'm still working on. Felt so embraced, so encouraged, so loved, so supported. The words of wisdom I got from him was, you are capable, you are prepared for what comes next, you are ready, you are all ready. So that was kind of my experience there. And then the grounding felt real powerful as well. So it was very wonderful. Thank you so much for guiding us through this.
I love that, Barbara. The thing that really kind of stands out to me is you are prepared for this,
And not just me, everybody. I got the
Yeah. I feel like that was for you though. Again, it's like these meditations are so personal to us, and that's how they should be. And you're getting exactly what you need to hear right now to move you forward in your vibration. So I love that. I love the fact. And you're right about the triangle. So in mathematics, when it comes to measuring, we measure everything into triangular form. So if you try and measure a donut with a square or with a circle, it's not possible to do that. But with a triangle, you can measure things with a triangle, with a donut, if you've got a donut shape, right? So when you're talking about that, and also when we think about, how powerful symbols are here, and in the universe, triangles is one of the biggest ones, right? And very, very powerful. So I'm not surprised that you're seeing that. And I love the fact that you tapped into the fact that it was sentient. I love that the fact that you felt that. And I think it'd be really interesting to step into that again and ask some questions and, have a conversation, right? Wouldn't that be exactly. Really cool? Yeah, that'd be amazing. That would be amazing. And I'm so glad you had the experience with the gardens
Thank
as
you so
well.
much.
I mean, it sounds like everyone's needing healing right now. And the wonderful part of what we're doing here is like you can do this again and again, but you can give it to yourself. And it's a beautiful thing. So I'm pretty sure, that if you decided to go back to the botanical gardens and just spend, some time there and allow the healing, to happen to you, I'm pretty sure the plants will give it willingly, without hesitation. So please use this to help you with your journey. And Ashtar's right, everyone's here for us. We are the last planet in this universe, to stop everything that's happening, and we're already there, And the more we do of this, and the more we step into our sovereignty, I think it's going to be a remarkable journey. Remember, we all came, all of us came. There's no one else anywhere else. We all are here right now. And there's a reason why many of us, and I'm sure many of you can relate to this, is we've been here from the beginning, from the time that the earth was formed. We've been here from that stage onwards. We've reincarnated. And when they talk about this soul trap, there's no such thing as a soul trap. It's a choice. Do you honestly think your soul can be trapped here? No, you're choosing to be here. You're choosing to be trapped here because we knew that, our vibrational frequency is needed here. We knew that. We knew this experience was happening. We knew that your light was needed here. And so expanding more and more and more. So thank you for that, Barbara. Please go back and experience more. Go back and get some more healing. Yeah, please do that. It's so important that you do that. It's great. Thank you for sharing. It's wonderful. I love that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Could I just
Anyone
quickly,
else?
could I just quickly say, thank you very much. It's been an amazing experience. I wasn't sure if I would see anything, but I did. And in the gardens, it was absolutely beautiful. The different types of plants, from tiny little plants to huge. There was an area that went into, and it was quite dark, and the plants were like luminous, sort of fluorescent. And I heard the humming and the singing. It was beautiful. The starlight room just felt immense, and I felt as if I was really tiny in it. And I could see lots of stars and sort of ships outside. And like Barbara, I just kind of seemed to focus on one, and I saw as if the lights were flashing too. So that was a similar experience. In the crew lounge, there was just so many different beings there, and I felt drawn to two beings that looked sort of cat-like. And the energy was just lovely, like everyone said, just that feeling of love. And when we stepped out into the corridor, I felt like I'd been there before, and I felt like there was a room to the right somewhere, and it's as if I remembered being there with like three other beings. When we went in to see Ashtar, I had the same sort of vision of him, very tall, blonde. I felt like he had really blue eyes. I was kind of drawn to the blue in his eyes. I asked, had I been there before, because of the experience that I'd had in the corridor. And he said yes, that I had, and that there was a library type room somewhere on the ship that I had been, and that it would be interesting for me to go back there. But it was amazing. Thank you very much. I really enjoyed it.
I was going to tell you, yes, you've been there before. I've been there too, and I didn't realize it until we were talking before when we were scheduling all these, and he did a meditation with us, and I went, I've been here. Ashtar was talking to me going, you've been here many times. And I'm like, oh my God, why don't I remember these things? So
you're not meant to.
Yeah.
You're not meant to. we
I
can't
know.
do our humanness, and we can't be the human beings here as well as remember all of that. It's just too much
It
for the
is.
brain to comprehend. The soul remembers everything, but yeah, we can't, because otherwise we can't do what we came here to do. And everyone's going to be different. Some of us are healers, some of us are ambassadors for particular star systems, particular planets,
I knew what
particular
the ship
races.
looked like. I mean, it was like, I've been here. I knew
Mm.
it.
Diane, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. The thing that really steps out to me is the planet that winked at you. I want you to look a bit more into that, because I think there's something there, when they're flashing, that's something kind of like saying to you,
Yeah.
hey, you need to kind of explore something, something here for you. We know who you are. We need you to remember. So please, take some time and go back and go to the library. If Ashtar's telling you, hey, you've been here before, hi, nice to meet you. Welcome back. Did you know about the library? You don't? Oh, you need to go and visit the library. Go visit the library.
That's a
And
big
it's important
hint.
yeah, it's really important that we do that. And again, the rules are the same. Okay, whatever you experience is yours alone.
Yeah.
And I don't want people to get FOMO about, someone else is experiencing more or someone else is experiencing less. It's not about that. It's just about whatever you're seeing, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're experiencing is exactly what you need to see and hear in this moment in time. And if they're nudging you, if they're saying, hey, this planet kind of is flashing, it's wonderness to me, then it's like, okay, I need to go and explore that a little bit more. If they're saying you need to go and do this, take some time and please go and do it. It's really important, Dan. It's wonderful. And it's great, again, that the plants are talking to you and singing to you, and it's a beautiful thing. I do like the Starlight Room. For me, what I see is floor to ceiling windows, and it's just one big window, and you can just look out into space and you can see so much and experience so much, and initially if you don't see it, that's fine. Just practice, keep practicing, because something always turns up. It's about a vibrational frequency, and it's about raising your frequency so you can see things that you should be seeing. So thank you for that, Diane. It's wonderful.
It's a dream room. Just lay on the floor, because it's all glass. It's outstanding. Yeah.
I love how you all share. Thank you so much for each and every one of you sharing. It really means so much. It's not about us. It's not about Deb, Rick, and Carol and me about wanting confirmation, because we don't need that from you. We already know who we are. We already know what we're here to do. This is all about you guys. We're putting you at the center of all of this. And it's really important that you know who you are, and you know that you can have these experiences too. And again, our premise is still the same, is to expand your imagination so you can expand your soul and your heart and allow more information to come in that's unique for you. And it's really important that we do this, and get your healing and get your information. It's really important. So thank you, all of you, for being here. It's really important.
Next month, let's see. Of course, I don't have it in front of me. Let's see.
Wonderful. Next month, did you say?
Yeah, but next month, I said, of course, I don't have it in front of me. Now I do.
I have it.
The tree planet.
Tree planet.
We got here.
Yeah. So everything you see here on planet Earth exists out there in the universe. It's just that we're just not aware of it. So what we're going to do is, as we've done today, is connect you to that consciousness. And so between the four of us, it's raising your vibration to help you to connect to it. Some of you are already high vibe and you don't really need that, but just to hold that space for you and hold that consciousness, there is a tree planet. So Carol's going to guide and pretty much do that meditation. We already went through it last week, because we do this pre-planned. It's not something we just make up on a day. And we already got an idea of like, you know, how we're going to go ahead and do this. And again, it's just another way of expanding your consciousness, expanding, you know, you guys, and helping you to kind of experience this. So the more different consciousness that we can expose you to, the more you're going to learn about more of you. Yeah, more of your experiences, more of your history, more of where you come from, more of your familial connections. And that's the whole point of doing this, is for you to connect to these different types of consciousness to help you to understand more of you. So yeah, that's going to be the next one. I think we're doing that in July. I think we might have already set some dates, but Deb will definitely forward the details for that. And the rules are going to be the same, which is what we discussed today. What you see is what you see. Okay, I don't want you to judge, I don't want you to criticize. I don't want you to feel hard on yourself that you didn't see something or didn't experience something that someone else experienced. Okay, what you see is what you see. Please just own your experience. There's no right or wrong. Okay, there's no right or wrong. It's just yours. Yeah. And own it.
Get out of here. This is, you can talk yourself into everything.
Yeah.
Just stay in your heart.
Yeah. Own your experience. Own exactly what you're experiencing. And the more you immerse yourself in the experience, the more that's going to open up for you. So, it's not us that's holding you back. It's you holding yourself back. And the rules for this is really simple. You just allow yourself to be open, surrender to the experience, and whatever comes through, and that's meant to be for you. And it's uniquely for you. It's not for anyone else. Yeah, really important. And, when you're asking questions as well, ask questions from your heart, not from your brain. Those are really, really important heart questions, because it's going to expand more about what it is you're looking for. And there's going to be a conversation that you have backwards and forwards is really important. And write it all down. Because the thing is, when you're in that altered state that you are with us, it's like you're not going to remember every single detail an hour, 2 hours from now. You're not. So hence why having a pen and a pad and just writing down all your experiences, everything you discussed, everything you saw, it's a great way of just going back and seeing if there's more that you need to kind of expand upon, or there's more you need to ask questions for, and as always with these sessions, your microphone is going to be muted so we can all have that moment to get you into that altered state, to take you where we need to take you so you can have your experience. Yeah. So thank you so much.